Okay, everybody. I'm going to put my glasses on here, and I want to answer all your questions. I made notes. I got notes that I've made right here. And I wrote on this one, I never do live. I've never gone live. Well, maybe 5 years ago. Okay, first of all, we're going to have a little fun. Somebody said, sing us some country music. I said, how about George Jones? Imagine a world where no music was playing. And think of a church where nobody's praying. What'd you think of that? Okay, let's get down to business, everybody. Remember, bring those smart-ass questions. I want to clear the air on everything. First one right here. Everything is fake. Everything is fake, okay? What is it with all of you on Facebook answering these fake, they say based in India, based in Netherlands. Why are you all responding to those fake? I mean, you remind me of my mom. When my mom would buy the Enquirer, why are you commenting on the fake? I mean, it's like Bubba Wallace says he will not race NASCAR until they get rid of the white flag. Or seriously? Eddie Balkovic said, I just watched Herman Schrader's show. Fun stories. Okay, let's start. Brad, are you coming to the Turkey Bowl? I'm only coming to the Turkey Bowl if everything goes good November 7th and 8th at Peevely. If everything goes good November 7th and 8th at Peevely, that's the end of my year, then, I'd make the possum proud. Then I'll be at the Turkey Bowl. Listen, I love Rolla, Missouri. That's where I was raised. I'm serious. I get emotional. I think of the Ozarks. The Ozarks is where I was raised, Rolla, Missouri. Rick Feller, do you do any hunting? No, I'm not a hunter. I'll be honest with you. If I killed a deer, I think I'd faint. I leave that up to the real deer hunters. I'm not cut out to kill things. Levi, what's your favorite trophy and why? Man, I got so many trophies. I'll tell you one thing. Look at this, guys. This is pretty cool. What's my favorite trophy? By the way, I want to announce something right now. Hey, Kenny, what are you doing this week? Are you going to Granite? Shh. You see that? Granite this Saturday. Drive Jumpers B-Mod. Okay. 127 dirt wins. I don't know. I got some really great trophies here. We won't go through all that right now. I'm trying to answer you guys. What do you think of Lucas Oil point system? You know, that's a great question. What do I think? First of all, Devin Moran, I just got done with him on Kenny Conversation, and I also just got done with Stuart Friesen. I loaded up 2 dirt racers, and Devin's awesome. He'll be, today's Wednesday, he'll be coming out tomorrow. What we do with Devin Moran, my idea, I said, Devin, let's start with 3 to go. So we start at Brownstown, September 26th and 27th. We go to the Pittsburgher, and then we end up at Eldora. And then we'll celebrate Devin's career later on. Shane, you were my 3rd favorite driver. Thoughts on flipping off the fans? Austin Hill flipped one person off, and Dale Jr. just responded on that. It was one guy. One guy flipped Austin off. Austin flipped him off, and that was it. I'm like Dale Jr. I don't have a problem with it because it was one-on-one. He flipped that guy, put it down. I thought it was great fan interaction. If Austin Hill goes down the straightaway and flips everybody off, then to me, it's an issue. But, I mean, that's what we're missing. We're missing Jimmy Spencer. You mess with the bull, you get the horn. Tina Allen, you're such a sweet person. Love watching you on here. Tina, I really am a good guy. Listen, I want to straighten some things out here, guys. Let me see. Kim's Craft Show, I showed you all that. I'm going to run a B-Mod. I'm racing Granite this week, but only on Saturday night. Kenny Schrader Racing is watching. That's my buddy Kenny. Kenny, I love you. One thing I love about Schrader is Schrader's like, I'm never on social media. And listen, those guys like Kenny Schrader and Brother Rusty, they're born in the mid-50s. They think this stuff's stupid, which I understand. I love you, Kenny. Everybody say hi to Schrader. He's watching right now. So, Kenny, what I do is I take this opportunity to just engage with the fans. And really, it's for Kim. We got the craft show going on over there. Okay, Jay Fitzgerald, if you could change anything about dirt racing, what would it be? Stop bitching so much. God, they whine and cry in dirt racing more than anything I've ever seen. Off-the-wall restaurant to eat at while at the Dome. Go around the corner. We got what do we got? We got, what is it called? Pappy's. Yeah, thanks, Scott.
Best barbecue in Missouri.
Best barbecue in Missouri. Look here, everybody. It's over there. Put new airlines in. Schrader, you should have come and taught me how to put airlines in. You got Spence, and I didn't have a Spence. Billy, when Billy came to work for me, he put in PVC airlines. Hell, they lasted 10 years. But I found Scott through Donnie Jumper. Thank you, Donnie. The cost, this is a good one. David Patrick, thoughts on cost, A-Mod to V-Mod. Me and Schrader about got in an argument over this. So the cars cost the same, A-Mod, B-Mod, except for the motors, okay? I was shocked how much the shocks still cost pretty much. B-Mod shocks are about $400, A-Mod shocks are about $500. Okay, so I just bought a freezing crate motor that I want to sell. I just bought it, haven't even ran it yet. I bought the motor, the carburetor and everything for the motor's $8,900. $8,900 for a B-Mod motor. This motor right here, now my motor's really cheap because me and Daryl Hoffman, good friends, I had used intake, used heads, 23-degree cylinder, heads and intake. My motor was when I got it, it was $16,000. Then my next motor was $25,000. But 9 times out of 10, any A-Mod motor is going to be $30,000 or more. So $30,000 versus $9,000 or $12,000 for a B-Mod motor. So Schrader taught me prorating. You prorate over here. A-Mod, you win $700. Over here, you win $400. So you prorate, right? Okay. Has anyone in the NASCAR world shown any interest in Greenville Pickens? Nah, I think they're tired of fighting that fight down there. Man, so many questions. You ever want to run any New York dirt mod again like you did at Albany? Just got done with Stuart Friesen yesterday. Stuart remembered when I went to Albany. Hey, listen, I've had some good run I call them center steers. And the guys are like, oh, that's interesting. I said, well, think about it. It's a modified and you're sitting in the center of it. But I don't know. I mean, that's really those guys' deal. That's specific to the Northeast. You aren't going to find those, you're not going to find those type of cars anywhere. They're Northeast specific, okay? But boy, I sure had a good time talking to Stuart Friesen. He's healing up. He's hoping to be ready for Volusia. Some tells me he's going to try to test the Dirt World Finals. But so we're going to have Devin Moran on tomorrow, and then Stuart Friesen going to be next week. Okay, we got a lot. Yeah, I like the 604s. They're fun. That's what we run in IMCA. Kenny Schrader's got all the IMCA cars. Which owner was your favorite to drive for? My favorite owner was Filbert Martassi. When I drove the Red Dog car. Good guy. Okay, a couple coming on here wanting to know about Jug Head. I've done addressed it. You guys wore me out. You would not let it stop. For 2 years, you guys pounded me about Jug Head. I'd say I won tonight, and you'd say, what about Jug Head? My wife would sell a wreath, and this person would say, thank you, really nice wreaths. What about Jug Head? You all wanted to know about Jug Head. I responded all the time in the comment section. Jug Head's doing great. That was not enough for you. So listen, I told you once, I'm going to tell you again. I love Jug Head. Love Jug Head, but sometimes you just got to part ways, okay? So me and Jug Head, we're friends. I love him, but we just, Jug Head does his deal. I do my deal, okay? So it's over. And that's it. What was the big guy's name that worked for Dick Trickle? Victor Getzloff. Big Vic. Oh, I loved Victor. When can we get you in the UMP street stock? Hell, I didn't even know they had them. Is that what we run at Peavy? I think they're called Sportsman. Oh, I'd love to run a Sportsman car. I love those divisions. Listen, the only thing I ain't going to drive is the 4-cylinders. I find them very dangerous. Those, I find 4-cylinders dangerous. Did you hear about Kankakee Speedway not opening up next year? Yes. Okay, Billy, you said, what was my favorite year on the road? Joshua Galucci. What a name. 2012, when we had the big truck and trailer, we had 2 race cars, spare motors, spare rear ends, and we went to East Bay and we won. We went to, where did we go to? Ocala, we won. North Florida, we won. And then we pulled out the new car and we won 3 of 12 at Volusia. Hey, Kenny Schrader probably said, hell with this. I ain't doing it no more. But if Schrader's back on, which I don't see he's on, I told Schrader 2000, here, I'll show you this. 2012, we go to Volusia and there's like 130 cars. And we win 3 of 12. And I tell Schrader, I said, I can't believe we're winning so much. Schrader says, don't worry, it won't last. He was right. So yeah, that was, 3 of those was from 2012. And then that Eagle, that was from before the Gators. They used to have Eagles. Castor Camber, 3/8 high bank. Oh man, that depends what type of front end you have. I'm a freak on front ends, but Nick's got, so I mean, if you're running, Castor 3/8 high bank, that means it's going to steer hard. I'd probably run about 3.5 positive in the right front and maybe a half positive in the left front. It depending on what kind of car you got. You know what I mean? What is the best memory of Dale Sr.? Him asking me to come to his race shop after I won Loudon, New Hampshire. The deer shop. I went to the deer shop. And he literally gave me spaghetti and salad. Dale Sr. did. What's your best advice for track promoter? Seems we're losing a lot of dirt tracks in the South. Dirt racing, I argue with the fans 24/7 about this. I'm so honest. Guys, we owned Macon Speedway in Macon, Illinois. You know I'm honest, right? We sold it, and now the track's not good. And we all know that. So, y'all hated on Bob Sargent because he's a big man. Hi, Billy. Bob Sargent's an authoritative figure. If you're a promoter for a dirt track, you want to be a big guy like Josh Carroll down here. They don't like some things Josh is doing, but they ain't going to say nothing to him because Josh is big. So my thought on dirt racing is that, and if Kenny Schrader's on here, 20 years ago, they used to put 2,500 people in every Saturday night. It was like a religion. And now it's not anymore. And so the thing with dirt racing is, it's official. This is not even a debate. The Knoxville Nationals, the World Finals, Eldora, those things are great. But local racing is very, very far and few between. It's hard. It's hard. Local, you all don't love racing like you used to. And I mean that nice. You guys will go like, well, we're going to Six Flags this week. And I get that. But in the old days when everything was packed, there wasn't much to do. And so you guys went to the races. Times have changed. And they just really have. Yes, Bob Sargent, best promoter ever. But Roger, it took the locals a long time to figure that out. We had Macon rolling. I mean, manicured rolling. We sold it, and now it ain't doing no good. And so be careful what, you reap what you sow. That's just the way it is. We do our best. Just tell them what they want to hear. You the man, Kenny. I don't tell nobody what they want to hear. I just tell them the truth. Like I said, I haven't gone Facebook Live in 5 years. I just figured it'd be fun doing this. Keelan or Brexton? Wow. Well, Keelan's older, and that kid's the real deal. It is amazing to watch that Keelan win up against grown men. That Keelan is the real deal. Damn, he's good. He's like a little Jeff Gordon. The thing about Midwest fans showing up is prices. Well, I mean, that's it, right? Everything's too expensive. Everything. Race monitor, live stream, Facebook Live. Yeah. Hell, if I want to see how Ray Bollinger's doing, I just go on Ray Bollinger because I know his wife's going to do it. If I want to see how, Canoyer's doing or local races doing, I just go to Tracy. Mary Purvis, are you okay? Mary, why do you say that? Mary Purvis. I'm great. Why? Why does Mary say that? NASCAR isn't what it used to be. Honey, Scott Anderson, NASCAR isn't what it used to be. I'm going to give you one out of the old pages. Nothing is like it used to be. Hey, spread the word, everybody. Tell everybody I'm on Facebook Live right now because I want you all to bring the questions at me. I love it when people ask me all the controversy. Crowley's Ridge is still like religion. Oh, I'm going to tell you what, Trent Francis, he's got you guys figured out. Trent Francis gave me the best advice ever. He said the second, third week of August, we shut down because we are not competing with high school football. Okay. I told you guys about that Facebook or that AI stuff. You guys still keep clicking. You guys still keep clicking on the artificial intelligence. Ron, I saw you. Nobody has spirit anymore. Ron Turkey, you're right, Ron. Do you all have spirit? Have you all lost your spirit? Politics have got people depressed. I'll tell you that. I go, I turn it off. When I do with politics is I turn on just enough to know what's going on, and then I turn it off. Back in the day, I-55. Yep. Why are you not racing at the Dome? I'm tired. It's that simple. I think sometimes y'all forget I'm 62 years old. I'm tired. Kenny, love the podcast. Keep telling it like it is. Bill Floyd. I never go live. Everything is fake. Quit going for the artificial intelligence. How about the AI? How about the artificial intelligence a day or two ago that Jug Head died? And Jug Head was my crew chief in NASCAR. I'm like, they didn't even proofread that son of a bitch. They just like, Jug Head died. Jug Head was Kenny Wallace's crew chief. Send. My mom goes, what's this about Jug Head died? I'm like, what? I'm the artificial intelligence. My Lord. Who's the better driver between you, Rusty, and Mike? Mike has got the best talent. Rusty's good, and I'm third best. There's people mad that I've never won a cup race, but I ran 905 races, so I'm happy with that. Come to Baja 1000. We'll let you rest or test, huh? John McDonald, I saw the story with Jug Head. Are you done with him? Yes, I'm done with Jug Head. I love Jug Head. It's over. You going to come back to 81 Speedway in Park City, Kansas? No, I don't agree with flow racing not helping local tracks on purse. I don't know enough about that. AI crap is out of control. Yes, it is, Ron Turkey. Times are crazy nowadays. Have you ever noticed, back in the day, people would say, people go like this. Well, it's getting cold out. And at the end of the day, it means you got to put a coat on. And then I went down to Busch Stadium, and man, it was really hot. And, at the end of the day, I started sweating. You remember years ago, everything was at the end of the day. And now, it's right here, right? Right? So now everybody, they don't know what to say, so they go, right? They're like, it's cold outside, right? It's hot outside, right? Have you noticed that new? And everybody's saying, right. Would you come run Moberly? I think what he's doing up at Moberly is fantastic, but the track is too big for modifieds. Tear the modifieds up. Listen, I love Moberly. Have you ever seen the mod races up at Eldora lately? What is going on there? You can't run these mods on those big tracks like that. Tim Fiedel, I never won a NASCAR Cup race, but he's still great. Listen, there are fans that they hate me, and that's fine. But they try to get me. You never won a Cup race. I'm like, okay, calm down. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You ever been to the Northeast to race? Oh, God, yes. We've raced Northeast. Talk about Northeast. Check this out. I ran Nova Scotia, right? Run up there at, let me see. Right there. IWK 250. I won that race. See up there, champion? 2018. Riverside. Oh, yeah, I've been to Northeast way up there. And the one I hate is, right? Right. Absolutely, right? Kim, are you in there still? Oh, she gave up. What about the Dirt Track World Champion? Well, I learned about that Dirt Track World Championship. I learned that there's one man that controls that. What's his name? Respond right here. I was talking to Devin Moran yesterday or 2 days ago, and that guy controls that deal. So he's just moving it back there. Everybody's happy. And I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to keep a 2-day show at Eldora, and that'll keep everybody happy. So from what I understand, the Dirt Track World Championship's just moving back to where it came from. And, come to Fargo. Me and Schrader raced up there. We raced up there when Donnie Schatz' dad owned it. We ran We Love You Bitch. I love that from Australia. Hey, bitch. How much does having the support and love of your fans is due? Benjamin Richard. Benjamin, I love the fans. I do. I just came on here because I felt like in my mind, I felt like I could clear some controversy up. I want you all to ask me whatever it is. You need to get Jimmy Spencer on. We had Spencer, and he's like, Spence got that big cigar. He's like, I don't know how to work the computer, Herman. So he ends up on Dirty Mo. But that was like 2 years ago. We'll get him on. Everybody, we're going to do Rodney Combs tomorrow for 3 minutes. Going to do an infomercial. Myself and Schrader. Rodney Combs runs all the Diecast. And they created a new dirt modified. Looks good. This one looks good. So they got a new dirt modified Diecast out. We're going to do a little 2-3 minute infomercial tomorrow with Rodney Combs. Tracy, you're my favorite. I don't hate you. First started watching NASCAR's Rusty Wallace. Thank you. You need to get the IMCA. Oh, Matthew, I can't come to the Super Nationals. Oh my God. If I had to wait that long for my heat race, I would die. I'm too hyperactive. Unity Raceway Dirt Track. Somebody said, please do the Jake break again. We have been on this long so far. I haven't done Jake break. I just did it. There it is. Run a car at Batesville. I help Larry Phillips. Thank you, Brian. I love Larry Phillips. Sure do miss him. He was mean, but you knew where you stood. See, that right there is why I don't. Larry Phillips, Rusty Wallace, that's why you cannot hurt my feelings. Wild West Shootout, moving back to Arizona, I see that. Hey, everybody wants that race until they realize how much money it loses. I love Vado, and I love everybody there. I love everybody, but there was nobody showed up there at Vado. Love the racetrack, love them all. But I mean, there wasn't 10 people in the grandstands at Vado. I asked them, we're sitting here, it's 10 degrees. We're on our couch. We're watching Vado. And I'm like, how in the hell are they putting this show on? There's nobody in the stands. Like, not 10. There wasn't 10 people. So I'm sure that's why they're moving it back to wherever it came from. Because they said, I've had enough of this shit. I'm losing so much damn money. Scott Anderson, I want a Wallace Diecast sign. We'll get that done. What needs to happen with our Cardinals? They need to put, they need some positive mental attitude first, and that starts with wholesale changes. So Mo is gone. They need a new manager. Need to bring in Yachty, let him be the manager. At least the fans will be happy. Some appearances every once in a while. I think that would help, but they just gotta, I mean, look, there was a point there where we had everybody we thought we needed and it still didn't work out. Those years that work out really good in baseball are guys, the silent heroes, and you got to find those guys. And we're not producing anybody in our AAA anymore. Come back to Butler. Hey, can you get some lights? I'm getting old. I need to see. Love Butler. Get some lights. I'm just checking y'all out. What do you think of Drake Troutman? Badass. Hey, let me tell you something I learned about dirt racing. Everybody can win in their division. And then when they move up to the super late models, that's where all the money's at. Hey, we just got done doing Dev Moran. I said, man, you just won $250,000. He says, they already spent that. I said, let's de-bullshit this. I said, how much money you spend on motors? He said, $60,000, and they got 6 of them. So those dirt super late models, man, they'll hurt your feelings in a hurry. Did you run Spoon River this year? No, I did not. Love Spoon River. Just too far away, too hard to get to. I've raced a lot this year. Let's go look. Let's de-bullshit. You know me, man. I hurt people's feelings because I tell the truth about everything. So, I'm ready to go. Ready to go. Putting airlines in tonight. Okay. So I'm going to take you to my notes so you see what I look at. Every night I get done racing, this is what I do. Okay. Hoffman Motor 2025. Peebly, Missouri, January, February, March, April. April 12th was my first race. I finished 4th with the World of Outlaws. 33 laps on the motor, right? So all the way down here to 23, right? The 23rd race. Okay. Come all the way over here. 24th race. Okay. On the 25th race, I went to Charleston, Illinois. I won. That was August 16th. I put 32 laps on the motor. I ran 39 nights. My last night was last week, October 18th. Lincoln, I finished 4th, 36 laps. So right now, with that car right there, hey, Wallace, the roof is twisted. I can unbolt the roof and just make it square. Everybody's so jacked off about them square cars. All you do is I make it square like in 10 minutes. So I ran 39 nights right there. 39 nights. Okay, 39 nights. And then, look here, new upper pull bar bushing, trans, new lube, had one DNF. Mods going out right here. Changed motor oil, spark plugs. This is my motor cabinet. Here's my motor cabinet. So, hey, these things are awesome. Those are header gaskets. They are awesome. They're metal. But every time I change my oil, I put a new part. You realize how stupid I was? I used to go 1 year and not change spark plugs. And I realized how stupid I was. So what I do is when I change oil now, I drain the oil. I put oil in my oil filter. I pull all the plugs out. Then I spin the motor over and I get all this oil pressure. Just get some oil pressure. Oh, 60, 80 degrees, just 60 to 80 degrees oil pressure. Get some oil pressure while the spark plugs are out. Then I put new spark plugs in. Daryl Hoffman taught me that because there was a theory that you can blow a motor up changing your oil because you get a little air. Because see, I run a oil cooler right here. See, here's my oil cooler right here. And there's 2 lines that run over there. So there's a thought that if you just drain the oil out, put oil in, you get an air gap in it. So you look up in there, see there's my oil lines right there. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so then I ran 39 nights with this car, and then I ran 9 nights with Nick Hoffman's car at Volusia. So 39, 40 for 1, for 2, for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, for 8. I've run 48 nights, but 39 with my car. Did you all see what you wanted to see? Isaac said your favorite track. The next one. Yeah. Johnny Bench, the catcher of the Cincinnati Reds, taught me that one. Somebody said, hey, Wallace, what's your favorite racetrack? Johnny Bench looked at me and said, the next one, right? I said, that's right. Yeah, T-shirts. Shane says, Kenny, you're a bad motherfucker. That's right, bitch. Hey, if you don't believe in yourself, then nobody will. Because for the most part, everybody's there to chokehold you. And I grew up in competition. So you got to believe in yourself, or if you run around looking for people to love you, you'd be sorely mistaken. Have you ever ran at Tri-State and Hopside? Oh, hell yeah, all the time. That slimy damn racetrack, everybody soaking their tires to get a hold of the track. Oh, man, that's Soaking Tire USA down there. Hey, listen, me and Helfrich are buddies. I love Helfrich. Tommy Helfrich, he a legend. Did you guys like me showing you the motor deal and everything? Do you still have your Black Widow truck? No. That was a sponsorship. I would put 5,000 miles on them and then give them back. What do I think of Josh Rice? Going to JRR. Well, that's great. Maybe he don't have to spend his own money now. What is the other car, Kenny? What other car? I only have one race car. There's this one right here. Brody, we build go-karts here. So Brody, my son-in-law, works in here, and he builds, you know what Rico Abreu and Kyle Larson race? We build those here. We build outlaw carts. I'll show you. Here they are. See? That's a box stock go-kart, and then that's the outlaw carts. So we're the real deal here. We don't around. It ain't like we bolt on tires. We make here. Yeah. So here's got 4. Brody's incredible. This is all Brody Pompey Fusion carts. That's a box stock, I think. I think these are 2 box stocks. I think he's got them all going out to Oregon. He's got all these going out to Oregon. The jig is outside. Put the jig outside. He's got 2 jigs. A jig for box stocks. He's got another one over here. Yeah, I share the shop. Here's another box stock. He builds his own wings. There's some bad son of bitches right here. Wing, ding, 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 ding. Makes his own wings. We got everything messed up right now because Scott's putting in airlines. So usually all this stuff goes right here. But yeah, this is Brody's taking the shop over, which is fine because he keeps it going. My car always goes right here. Yeah, so I just got it over there on a lift. Got all my tires ready for November. Everybody teases me, Herman, you're ready for 2 weeks from now racing. I said, that's right. So I'm ready. I'm ready for November 7th and 8th. There's my tires. Ready to go. All right, let's see what else we got. Howdy, Herm. I came to your sale. That was a madhouse. It was. Yes, your racing shop is awesome. You know, I don't know. My racing shop is not awesome. Have you ever been to Schrader's? Schrader's got, I got one race car. A pickup truck and a trailer. Schrader got tractor trailers. He's got like 10 race cars. Bradley, if you did not race, what would you have done? AM debate. I like arguing. Austin's in the house. I like to argue. Are these offset chassis, the go-karts? I don't know. That's all Brody. Go to Fusion, F-U-S-I-O, and go to Fusion Carts. Wing, ding, 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 ding. That's right. Oh, I know Kelly. Yeah, Kelly Shyrock. I texted Kelly. Kelly won that IMCA stock car championship by 1 point. Hey, I got a better one for you. I was going to announce it later, but I won the Missouri-Illinois Regional Championship by 7 points. and had to do it on the last night. You're welcome, Terry. How about having Mikey Waltrip on Kenny Conversation? It's about time, ain't it? I've left Mikey Waltrip alone because he seems bummed out lately. And we all are leaving Mikey. Even if you go on Dirty Mo Media, we've all been leaving Mikey alone. He was just over, and he did text me. Mikey texted me. He was over in some foreign country. Love Mikey. Yeah, getting ready for Beckley this weekend. No. How did you not cuss when you was on announcer on TV? Chad, if you grew up in my family, listen, we're just normal, everyday people. Our whole Wallace family, cussing doesn't mean anything bad for us. And I love the Lord. Dear Lord, please look over this Facebook Live. Please give safety to everybody. Lord Jesus, hear me now. Amen. I love the Lord. I don't judge people. The Lord says you don't judge people. I don't go, oh, he cusses, I don't like him. God wouldn't like you doing that. You got a little bit of a forked tongue. You don't mean nothing by it. So how did I not cuss on national TV? You can't. Cody, I'm looking up those carts. Your thoughts on TRE by Bone Chassis. Now Shaw car. I don't know much about them. Listen, I run an Elite. Nick Hoffman saved my life. I've been running Nick cars for the last 4 years. I love him. He helps me a lot. I know what's up, and I'm old, and so it's easier on me. Will you be on the Kyle Petty charity ride next year? Yes. So excited. We got our trike serviced, ready to go. Kim and I got our heater jackets. We took the seat off, bolted them onto the bodies or the batteries, and we got our plug-ins. So like when Kim gets on, she can plug her jacket in. I plug my jacket on. It goes, give us a jacket. I've had 5,000 people asking for the Jake break. Here we go. Are you still coming to Highland Speedway next year? I'm sure I will. I'll come there 2 or 3 times. I came there 3 times this year. I used to not come to Highland because they hated me. They hated me. But it was really just one guy, Hancock. Big Block Hancock. He hated me. Now we're buddies. But then those guys got to stabbing each other there about 3 years ago. I was like, I don't want none of that. They started knifing each other over there at Highland, Illinois. What, about 3 years ago? Scared me half to death. I'm not a fighter. And then all of a sudden, it turned out okay over there. I don't know what happened, but Highland, it's a pleasure to go to Highland now. I like going to Highland, Illinois now. But man, back in the day, when I was a NASCAR driver and I'd come in, they despised me. I'd outrun them, and boy, the only reason you outrun me is because you're a race car driver. I'm like, what the what? They run 30 races a year. I come in one time and race, and they hated me. Quincy, thank God for Quincy, Illinois. I saw that his long post today. Quincy, Illinois was shut down for 3 years. Now it's open and they still bitch. You would think they'd figured it out by now. Track shuts down. Everybody sad. Track opens up. And they go right back to bitching. Eric, yes, you got her just in time for the Jake break. I love you too, Michael. Thank you. Yeah, Highland's much better now. I don't know how old you are, Michael, but you should have heard about 8 years ago at Highland. It was a free-for-all. They were crazy there. Well, but here's why. Highland induces wrecking. It's a great little track, but it's just tight. You can accidentally get into people. You accidentally get into somebody at Highland and they want to kill you. It's like, simmer down. My wife would say, don't you slide in dirt racing? I'm like, yeah. She goes, then why does everybody get so mad when you accidentally run into people? I say, you're supposed to know where you're going. Yep, I'm running Volusia this year in Nick Hoffman's car. How much for a signed diecast? I don't know yet. Can Kaylee Joe, thoughts on Kankakee Speedway? Nobody in the grandstands. What are your thoughts on Belclair? It's real. That's a great question, Nathan. I know more about Belclair now. So I did the video earlier in the year and then nothing happened. I said, what's going on? Well, they had not got the money from Illinois yet. So now they got all the money and they got the walls, the fencing. So we are for sure racing sometime at the end of next year, I would think, at Belleville, which is great because we need racetracks. When are you climbing into a go-kart? Never. Hey, I ran the battle at the barn one year. I'll never forget it. Ryan Gustin, Kelly Shyrock, Zach Vanderbeek. They said, are you coming back, Herman? I said, never. I was like 50 years old and they were drunk coming out on the racetrack fighting. It was crazy. We're going to talk to Rodney Combs tomorrow. We're going to do like a 2-3 minute infomercial. They got brand new, good looking, modified diecast. We're going to unveil mine tomorrow. Kevin, you're the main reason. Thank you for watching NASCAR. Fountain City, Wisconsin. What a great track, huh? Have you raced in Canada? A lot. I've run everywhere in Canada. I've run Nova Scotia, the IWK 250. What do I think of Peoria Speedway? Love Peoria. Love Peoria. It's a boring though. That turn 4 gets tight. I've won a lot at Peoria. Won some summer national races there. We got too many tracks around here now to travel. I don't like to travel anymore. Are you going to Hawkeye Downs next year? Oh, I don't know. Probably not. We did that this year for Landon Castle's father. Do you have the balls to comment on Tony Stewart and Kevin Ward Jr.? Victor, shame on you. What the does that mean? Do I have the balls to comment on Tony Stewart and Kevin Ward Jr.? What the does that mean? And why would you say that? Why would I even comment on that? What is there to comment? Hey, Herm, Hawkeye, then when's the NASCAR going to put handling back in the driver's hands? Tim, there's no pleasing the fans. There's no pleasing the fans. Mark Martin, Mark the Kid Martin is going to be right here. November 4th, he's going to be on my couch. So Wednesday, November 5th, y'all be tuned in. Mark Martin is driving his motorhome up here. He's coming right on my couch, him and Matt. Bedrock Raceway in Belleville runs karts. That's awesome. So look up Brody Pompey, my son-in-law, Pompe. Steak or seafood? Seafood. Because of my gastro. I'm older now, and it takes too long for my steak to digest. Love steak. Got nothing against it. Do you know it takes a long time for steak to digest? Seafood digests much quicker. It's better for... What do I think of LaSalle opening up? My God, that's great. I mean, everything gets shut down, and then they open up. We just got to... Guys, we got to go to the races. Do you do any tours of your shop? No. D, people are stupid. D Denton, yes, people are stupid. They are. They're dumb. Do you have balls to comment? What do you mean do I have balls? I got big balls. I got 3 children. You want to see them? I'm getting jacked up on Sundrop. You're the reason I started back watching NASCAR. Thank you, Jerry. I'm doing this tonight to clear the air on everything. Whatever you want to ask me, you ask me. Because I see a lot of lies out there about me. People don't know me. I'm a good person. Very good person. Everybody tell you. Since you and Rusty and Gordon, all the old school guys never be... You're right. Well, nothing will never be the same. Any plans to come south? Yeah, I'm running Volusia very end of January and February. 9 straight nights. Hibbing. I raced in Hibbing, Minnesota. I raced in Hibbing. Not running the Dome this year. Going on a cruise. I'm done with the Dome. I love the Dome. I love the Dome. Why do they call you Herman? Because I'm crazy. Herman the German was a 1580 medieval warrior. Herman the German. Google it. Thank you, Matthew. I'm looking forward to coming back to Butler one day. Red Hill is a wonderful racetrack. just too far in the woods for me. I'd love to come there. And I might come back to Red Hill. The surface is nice. Herman said AC/DC wrote big balls. You've got big balls. I've got big balls. Absolutely love it, mate. You're great. Howdy from Australia. Hello, Australia. Hello, mate. I sure do like it when you all come over here and you talk like that. And I say, hey, are you from Australia? And you're like, we sure are. We're over here for the summer. And I like that. I love seafood. I love all types of seafood. What is your favorite dirt track? The next one, Peevely. And granted, I need to purchase one. Thank you. What's my favorite dirt track in Iowa? God, they're all good. Is there a bad dirt track in Iowa? Met you at Benton, Missouri. I love Benton. Great racetrack. Have you ever been to Santa Fe? Yes. With Rusty, we took an asphalt car, turned it into a dirt car, and we ran Santa Fe. Call Kim. Jason needs Kim's phone number. Get a pen and pencil. Yes. See you November 8th. Kim's show. So here's Kim's phone number. 704-361-7116. You are super down to earth. I really am. But Tracy, it pisses me off when I see stupid on social media. I'm like, these dumb don't know. They just, I think you're an awesome person, Kenny. Don't leave anything on the table. Oh, nothing. I'll tell you everything you want to know. Kim's phone number, 704-361-7116. These glasses here, I got glasses everywhere. Watch this. Look here. These are good glasses, though. I have glasses everywhere. These glasses stay here. Those glasses stay there. There's Scott over there doing airlines. Look. Glasses here. Those glasses stay there. Glasses over here. Right? And then glasses over there. That's where I work from my car. There's glass over there. That's my area. Those tools right there can take that whole car apart. Billy Smith taught me that. Shot in the ass with diamonds. Yep. That was Bobby Rahal taught me that. Bobby Rahal. Oh, I know what it was. Don, we were in a limousine. Bobby Rahal, Don Prudhomme, and me. And Prudhomme looked at Rahal, because Bobby Rahal's super wealthy. They owned a line of those hotel chains. And the snake looked at Bobby Rahal and said, Rahal, you've been shot in the ass with diamonds. It means you were born wealthy. Bill, thank you, Bill. Shannon Poole, if you love seafood, have to come to Mississippi Gulf. Yeah, we've been down there a lot. We've been down to a lot of those. Yeah, I mean, we get down there. You held my grandson in Topeka. What kind of motor do you run on the dirt track car? I run a 23-degree headed Darrell Hoffman motor, and I also got a Chad Mullins motor. So here, I'll show you. Here's this one. This one's not brand new. This one's been rebuilt twice. It's going in the car for next year. There it is. That's the motor going in the car for next year. Chad Mullins. That thing's been ready for a year. So, yep. That motor cost $10,000 to rebuild. So that's why we got to have, I don't know where Kim went. Kim, come up here. Kimberly. She's down at the house. Come on back here, honey. And then that's a Mullins motor. And this is Darrell Hoffman, Nick's dad. He built that motor. 23-degree headed aluminum motor. I don't know, 400 and something cubic inch, like 410, 412. What's the difference? 420, 430. It's like family vacation. What kind of voltage you have in there? I don't know, 110, 180, something like that. I like that comedy. People, they say, how many cubic inch you got? I'm like, does it matter? I mean, hey, what gear are you running? What? Everybody asks me what gear I'm running. I tell them what gear I'm running, and then they're, hey, what gear are you running? You tell them, they're like, what? It's like, I knew it. Shouldn't ask me. Salem Speedway. Hey, Salem, you're very nice. Thank you for being nice to me. I see you all the time. Do you have any free help around the shop? I don't want, Ken Hobbs. Hi, Ken. I love Ken Hobbs. Thank you, Ken. To be very honest with you about help, if you notice, Kenny Schrader don't have a lot of people around him either. Here's why. You would be surprised if, you got so much insurance. You got a local racer, that's one thing, right? But if I can't have a lot of help because, it gets dangerous, right? Something happens and they sue me. I was helping Kenny Wallace and I broke my leg and I broke my leg helping him. So that's why I don't want any help. I cannot have any help. Not because I really don't want it. Like I could have one or two people helping me. You just got to really tame that down. Miss Donnie Klein. What is your favorite moment with him? Dandy Don. My favorite moment with Dandy Don was probably when he quit racing and I'd go up in the I'd be racing. I'd go up in the grandstands. I'd sit with him. Dandy Don Klein, when he quit racing, he would come to Peebly, sit in the grandstands. And what motor oil do I use? 050 Mobil 1. 050. Right there. 050 Mobil 1. And if you want to know where I can get it, you can Google it and you can get it. It is 050 is a very, very good oil. I give barrels of it to my buddy Mike Harrison, 7-8-time champion. Harrison just told me the other day that Chad Mullen says, man, what oil are you using? So I run 050 Mobil 1. It's the best oil in the world. In real, though, not fake. Like, it's the best. Which halftime show you watching? Well, I ain't watching that dumbass Bad Bunny wearing a skirt and I'm watching Charlie Kirk. Trevor Atwell. Trevor, I love you. Look at this, Trevor. Right there it is, baby. Trevor Atwell. See here, Trevor? Look. Look at there, Trevor. Purple. Purple, baby. Look at that. Trevor Atwell is one of my very good friends, but Trevor gets pissed if your purple's not right on his decal. And I understand. And so Wimpy had it black right there. I'm going to show you something. So I didn't think much of it, but Trevor, you didn't like it. So this is really black. That's really black. I went upstairs and found some old decals with the purple on it, Trevor, and I cut it out and I put it on there for you. See? So yeah. Look here. See? You like me more now, Trevor? You like me more? But I understand. Hey, there's a lot of people. I mean, that's your logo, and you want it to be purple because purple's your damn color. That's your color. Democrat or Republican? I'm a Republican. I love Democrats, but I don't like these new Democrats. I got 3 daughters, and that tells you everything you need to know. I've got 3 daughters. I'm a girl dad. I'm a Republican, but I have a lot of Trevor purple hearts. No, I'm a Republican because I believe in capitalist. I believe in people working hard and making money. But, and I don't mind Democrats. I wish the old Democrats would come back. The people that just want your money. Those were the good old days. I have some Democrat friends who are like, hey, Wallace, give me your money. I'm like, okay, I'm not giving you any. Those were the fun Democrats. I love you a long time. These new Democrats, they're up. Hey, my kids, don't get me going. I'm a girl dad. I have 3 daughters, so that tells you everything you need to know. And they're girls. What do you think of Winchester? I love Winchester. Do you build your own bodies? Yes. Well, Nick put the original one on, and we got this new stuff called Stacked. And I got the body out in the shed. Well, not a body. Look here. Watch. See? They're mad now because they loved knocking my quarter panel off because they just wanted to get me. And look, I mean, this is people doing this to me. Look at this. So this is, it's called Stacked, Stacked, S-T-A-K-T. And then this is spring steel. So so now they can run into me all they want and it don't do nothing. I win. Okay. If West Plains gets going next year, will you come down? Man, ain't that something? West Plains, what a beautiful racetrack. Hi from Nova Scotia. I just showed my IWK trophy. Hope Kevin and Tammy get Tri-City figured out. Me too. I love them with my life. I love the Gundakers more than anybody. They are my family. They have had the worst luck in the world. And yes, hey, like Mike Harrison said, make Mod Mania great again. Okay. All right, everybody. We're going to go to 7:15 and we'll be done. Quincy next year when time allows. Yes, but I'm not running. I didn't plan on running for points this year. I never planned on running for points this year. And I got towards the end of the year and I looked up and I was leading points. I'm like, what? How many cubic inches? Weber Valley! What is the most? Oh my God. Oh, my buddy Weaver. Everybody, Weber Valley Speedway. You know I love you. Hey, I've given you some material in here today. So if you go on Kenny Conversation, go to YouTube and punch in Kenny Wallace, Howard Weaver. Howard Weaver, he runs with a friend. He owns Weber Valley. Funniest thing in the world because it makes fun of real moments. He just exaggerates it all. So like Weber Valley Speedway likes water. The more water, the better. Now he's got the AI. How about the ladies fighting in the bikinis? Going to race Canada. I love. Next, coffee with Kenny topic. I don't know. I usually think about that in the morning. How is Gil Martin these days? Man, somebody told me, I just heard he was helping some. I forgot. Gil Martin is one of the smartest chassis men I know. He took me to a lot of wins. I don't know where Gil's at right now. What are your thoughts on Huset's? Love it. Tight racetrack. Ran there once. You should consider wearing meta glasses during a race. Hey, I want to bring up something. Why is it when I hold my coffee cup up and they go, oh, he must get paid money from Sunoco. So why is it when I hold my coffee cup up like this and people go, oh, he must be getting money from Sunoco? As Schrader would say, duh, big red truck. Coles County need not be. LOL. I missed that. Hey, good job with Coles, man. You all are giving those small tire guys and what you did with the road to the dome. Great job. Very exciting. We need Coles County, just like we need Doe Run, because very, very few of those small tire tracks, the small carts. Chuck, I did the Jake break 3 times, buddy. I live in your old double wide. On Harris Road, do you, on the double wide? Come back to Michigan. Bo, I just don't like to travel. Hello, Kenny Wallace. Was a huge Rusty fan when I was younger. Thank you, Jessica. Must visit places while in St. Louis. That's easy. Gateway to the West. Go to the Arch. That is a big deal. So years ago when people settled on the East and they moved west, young man, and they got to the Mississippi River, they went, holy shit, how are we going to get across the Mississippi River? So the Arch, when you go into the basement of the Arch, it tells you about the settlers, how they come up and down the Mississippi River. It is awesome. Go to the Arch, go to the zoo, take a tour of Anheuser-Busch, go to Grant's Farm. We've got it all. The Blues might be playing hockey this time of the season. We got casinos. Poplar Bluff this weekend. No, granted, I'm driving a B-Mod on Saturday night only. I'm driving, what chassis do I run? Nick Hoffman, Elite. An Elite. E-L-I-T-E. Thoughts on Volusia? They got that new dirt back on there, and it is better than ever. Volusia. Yes, got the black dirt back. Good job. There been thoughts on Monette? Are they racing? You know, I remember I ran Monette, and it was had a lot of rocks in it. Put a hole in my oil filter. Eat at Chili Max in downtown St. Louis. Have you ever raced West Virginia? I don't know. I've run a lot of Virginia tracks and West Virginia. Boy, that's one thing I learned. Don't call West Virginia by mistake and call it. I did some TV stuff, and I said, oh, it's a really nice day here in Virginia. And the guy put the camera down, and he said, Kenny, huge difference between Virginia and West Virginia. I said, yes, sir. They still fighting the Civil War. Holy crap. Yeah, Arch is awesome. About 6 more minutes, everybody. Coming to Mansfield. I'll come to Mansfield. I'm happy with what Matt Tift is doing there. Maybe drive someone else's car. You ever going to run the Cars Tour? You know I did, right? I've run the Cars Tour series. I ran South Boston 2 years ago. I drove the Filter Time car. I drove for Dale. Dale Jr. rented me a car. And I ran South Boston 2 years ago. Am I ever coming to Farmer City again? I don't know. You know, just so many tracks around here to race at. I don't know what I was thinking years ago. Peevely's right here, 10 minutes from my house, and I'd go to Farmer City. I don't need to do that. Mark Martin's coming here. He's coming up here November 4th, and he'll be on my couch Wednesday, November 5th. Yeah, SRX, I ran there. I ran SRX. I ran Stafford, and I ran Wheatland. I think I ran 7th at Wheatland. Oh, yeah. I'll be here. Thank you, Shane. Shane says you're a f***ing god, Kenny. That's right. Well, I'm not a god. That's a joke. We know that's a joke. What you mean is I'm the real deal, which I am. Seen the Arch. It is the real deal. Are you racing Canada? I don't know. Hey there, miss you on TV. Okay. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I've addressed Jug Head. I love Jug Head. Love Jug Head. We're just not together anymore. So that's done. You guys would not let it lie. You drove me bat crazy. I never wanted to say what happened, but you know, I could say I won tonight and you're like, where's Jug Head? My wife would be dealing with somebody selling a wreath. Where's Jug Head? So many people were taunting us. And so finally, after 2 years, I just had to tell you all the story. And like I knew it would, there's a couple people that don't like me because I told the story, which was truthful, but they'll get over it. Kenny, you go to NHRA. I love NHRA. On Kenny Conversation, we've had them all. Did you not like the IRC chassis? Impressive race cars? I love the impressive race car chassis. Donnie, did you know Donnie Jumper is my best friend? So listen, I got Billy Smith, Donnie Jumper. Lauren Wright is my best friend, but Lauren just came down with dementia. Poor Lauren doesn't even really know where I'm at. Donnie Jumper is one of my best friends in life. I love Donnie. I just run an elite. Same with Schrader. Kenny Schrader loves Donnie Jumper, and Kenny Schrader's got impressive race cars, and he's got lethal. That's all. You know, a lot of people try to create fights, right? What happened to you and Jug Head? Why don't you run an IRC car? You know, I catch on all this shit. So it's all good. I tell you all the reasons why. Thank you, Dan. Dan Jacoby, everybody. Have you ever raced in New York besides Owego? Yeah, Albany, Saratoga. I went up there for Brett the Jet Hearn. Motor popped and farted and blew up. This has been awesome. Thank you, Rhonda. What did Ward want the other day? He wanted to pay me really good. Ward Burton wanted me to come to one of their events. He said, Humming, everybody loves you, baby. If I pay you some money, will you come to my event? They was having something going on, and I said, I can't, Ward. So you're the second person who's asked me that. Feel so bad for Lauren. Me too, Dave. God, I love him. Just talk about a crushing blow. Lauren, just as Lauren retired, we went down to, where did we go to? We went down to Boyd Speedway, Chattanooga. And he was with me, and he started moving real slow. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Come home, and it set in, that dementia. Well, I'll be running at Red Hill is running in November? Oh, God. I've run 38 races. I've had enough. Gene made a machine. Gene the dancing machine. Let's do this live every day, Kenny boy. Who's the next up-and-coming dirt racer? I asked Stuart Friesen that, and he had about 3 names for those guys up there in the Northeast. No, I'm not running go-karts ever again. I mean, I will play around, but all right, everybody, I guess that's it. I love you all. I know I've answered all your questions, and I don't know what else to say. I probably won't do this again till another 5 years. But I'll leave you with this. Everything I do is videos. Facebook Live is what people do when they're at the racetracks and they show you the race. Facebook Live can be dangerous because sometimes I have flying coming out of my mouth. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.